What if I told you, Money Heist is not a crime story? It is not about robbing banks, it is not about printing money, and it is definitely not about becoming rich. Money Heist is about control. Control over emotions, control over fear, control over the system that controls you. And the most dangerous character in the series is not holding a gun. He is holding patience. Why did millions of people around the world support criminals wearing red suits? Why did viewers cheer when the Royal Mint was attacked? Why did the professor become a hero without firing a single bullet? Because deep inside, Money Heist touched something real, something most people feel but never say out loud. Money Heist is a mirror from the very first episode. The show gives us an uncomfortable truth. Banks print money legally. Governments create money from nothing. But when ordinary people challenge the system, they are called criminals. The professor doesn't steal money. He reveals how money is created. Paper, ink, authority. That's it. And suddenly the question changes. Who is the real thief? The professor. The most dangerous man is calm, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The professor never shouts, never panics, never rushes. While everyone else reacts emotionally, he waits. This is not accidental. The professor follows an ancient rule. The one who controls emotions controls the outcome. This is the same principle used by Sun Tzu, Chanakya, and every great strategist in history. Victory is not about strength. It is about timing, and timing requires patience. Tokyo, humanity inside perfection. Tokyo is not the hero. She is not the villain. She is human. She represents impulse, desire, ego, and fear. Every time the plan fails, it's not because the professor was wrong. It's because human emotion entered the system. Money Heist is teaching us something brutal. Perfect plans fail when emotions are unmanaged. The red suits, WHY red? Red is not just a color. Red is revolution, blood, warning, defiance. The red suit removes identity. No names, no past, no social class. Inside the mint, they are not individuals. They are an idea, and ideas are harder to kill than people. The Dali mask, madness OR message. Why Dali? Because Salvador Dali symbolized rebellion against norms, controlled madness, breaking reality. The mask tells the world, we refuse your rules. It is psychological warfare. The professor doesn't fight the police. He confuses them. Who is the real villain? Is it the robbers? Or is it the system that controls media narratives, manipulates public fear, decides who is criminal and who is legal? Money Heist slowly shifts our perspective. We stop asking, will they escape? We start asking, why does this system exist? Cliffhanger, stop here, but this is only the surface. Because the most dangerous lesson of Money Heist is not about money. It is about how revolutions actually begin. Not with weapons, not with violence, but with ideas that spread faster than fear. And in the next part, we will uncover why people fall in love with anti-heroes, how Berlin represents dark charisma, why the professor never wanted to win fast, and why the system always collapses from inside. But that comes next. Berlin, the dangerous power of charisma. Berlin is the most disturbing character in Money Heist. Not because he is cruel, not because he is immoral, but because people follow him anyway. Berlin represents a truth most people don't want to admit. Charisma is more powerful than morality. History proves this again and again. People don't follow the most ethical leader. They follow the most confident one. Berlin understands power, hierarchy, and dominance. He knows that in chaos, people don't want democracy. They want certainty. That is why Berlin leads inside the mint. Not because he is right, but because he believes he is. The system vs the people. As the series continues, something strange happens. The police lose control. The government loses credibility, and the public starts supporting the robbers. Why? Because the system makes a fatal mistake. It tries to control the narrative, media manipulation, fear campaigns, moral labeling. But the professor understands something deeper. When people feel unheard for too long, they don't need heroes, they need symbols. The red suits become symbols. The mask becomes a voice. The heist becomes a message. Why the professor never wanted a quick win, a fast victory, is forgettable. A slow rebellion becomes history. The professor stretches time on purpose. Every delay exposes corruption, weakens authority, builds public doubt. He is not fighting the police. He is educating the audience inside the show and outside it. Because systems don't fall when attacked. They fall when people stop believing in them. The biggest lie about money. Money Heist delivers its most dangerous idea quietly. Money has value only because people agree it does. Banks don't create wealth, they create belief. The professor breaks that illusion. Not with weapons, but with logic. And once belief cracks, authority follows. The final message of Money Heist. Money Heist is not asking you to rob a bank. It is asking you to ask questions. Who controls money? Who defines crime? Who writes the rules? And who benefits from them? The robbers are not role models. They are mirrors. They reflect a world where hard work doesn't guarantee freedom. Systems protect themselves. Intelligence is more dangerous than violence. The real heist. The real heist was never inside the mint. It was inside your mind. The professor didn't steal money. He stole certainty. He stole blind trust. He stole the illusion that the system is fair. And once that is gone, nothing works the same again. Ending line strong, close. Money Heist ends with a simple truth. Those who understand systems don't fight them. they outgrow them, and that is why. This story was never about money. It was about awakening.